Here's my Lego Technic Toyota Land Cruiser 70 series pickup. The hood can open manually. There's a simple little stock for it. All the doors open. The back seats are foldable, and the headrest's going up, just like the real one. The tailgate folds down, and it's got nice linkages here, just like the real one, to stop it here. One fun thing I can do in the back seats with both folded that kind of makes sense even in real life is get the thermarest with a bit of stuffing at the bottom, sleeping bag, and pillow, and just stuff it in here. Make a pretty cheap place to camp in some ways. I mean, I'm fairly comfortable. The interior has some seats in the front and some seats in the back. Not too surprisingly. It's got a bit of detail in the middle, gear shift, transfer case shift, parking brake. None of those work. Cup holder, steering wheel, which does work. And over here, an opening glove box. There's full live axle suspension. There's coil springs in the front and leafs in the rear. The leafs are these long axles here. You can't really see it, but they work quite well. Just on the line as a looks, I'll point out the headlights. They got some tape on them. I think that makes them look a bit battered, maybe a little more consistent. Got license plates, Toyota symbol, bar, winch, antenna, snorkel, roof rack with lights, bunch of stuff on the roof, spare tire and all. And in the bed we got another spare tire, lots of junk in the bed, Toyota words on the back, another license plate. And over here it's white. I kind of wanted to give the impression of an old truck, beat up, got some maybe replaced body panels, whatever. Now, I will admit, it would have been pretty hard for me to finish it all gray, but I think it's pretty good how it is anyway. The model is steered by this Power Functions large motor back here. Comes up here, turn the worm gear, which pull the linkage on here, which steers it. It's really a very mushy, inaccurate setup. That is also kind of what I'd imagine this thing would be like in real life. The vehicle is driven by two hard-coupled X-cell motors, runs a V6 piston engine, and drives the vehicle through all four wheels. Right now it's in a pretty slow gear, but you can definitely see it moving. The model has a 2-speed transfer case controlled by a Power Functions media motor. Right now, it is in high range. Now I'll shift into low. The center L motor here controls a 4-speed heavy-duty sequential gearbox. You really can't see much of it, but you can see some. It's all based on sliding gears. You might be able to see one down there. A little bit. So, it's pretty tough. I'll get it into first and then here's the very slow first gear in low range. If you watch closely, you'll note that the wheel is turning. Believe it or not. There, it's obvious. Okay, here's second gear. A bit faster, a bit more noticeable. Third gear now. Here it is, sputtering backwards in fourth. medium motor and a small linear actuator control a simple rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive system. That's rear-wheel drive. The rear axle, the front axle shaft is disconnected now. Then four-wheel drive the other way. Now it is connected. This medium motor and linear actuator control a bunch of axles that are controlling differential locks in the front and rear. So right now in the front it is locked. And there it's not locked. So the back is currently not locked. And now it is locked. So, for a better look of it working. And now there. Motor control of a winch. But it's set up with a fancy direction selective gearbox so that when it goes out, it goes faster. So, coming in right now, pretty slowly. We go the other way, and do the slides to the other end, and it can be pulled out much faster. And I switch to pulling, changes gears, and goes fast. Well, I mean. So, just a sec here. This model was quite the challenge to make because I was determined to have a skipless drivetrain. So there's not a single transmission driving array in here except the differential locks. It's all sliding gears, so it's pretty tough that way. It's still pretty complicated though and inefficient and had a hard time driving and shifting, but I think it's a pretty good model of one of my favorite vehicles in the world. There's a fair bit of character, a little dangling wheels here. I like the suspension. I like all the junk in the bed. Just the character of it, kinda. And it's pretty tough. It could off-road probably the best of any of my big things like this. Just slowly. Very slowly. It's not at all high performance, but I like it anyways. It's a good rig.